Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Risco no Saka coming at you with some more Indivisible. We are like right under the wire here, and that is basically the story of our lives. Today, it's been a whole day. Today's been a whole day. I don't want any more today. Today's can be done. We could be finished with today. Been some cool things, mostly not cool things, but you know, we're alive. Hi, yo, how you doing? I am really glad that you're enjoying Kill 6 Billion Demons. I hope that you continue enjoying Kill 16 Billion Demons, and I will do my absolute best not to spoil you on any of the content, because it's really good. I know some people don't care about spoilers, and some people do care about spoilers. I don't necessarily think that being spoiled would ruin the work, but it's always fun to experience something, you know, just there. Tomorrow time is now. Tomorrow time is now. It is. Yes. Yes. Tomorrow is always from now. We're always moving forward into the future. I'm pounding my hand here to emphasize that, which means nothing because you can't see it on the screen. Made a tactical error. Have you though? Have you really? Or is this all part of your grand overarching strategy? It could be. It could be indeed. Let me take a quick look at the map because I don't remember like where we are. I don't want to look at Ajna right now. I mean, I want to look at Ajna right now because she's the main character, but that's not what I intended to do. View map. O button. Were we going somewhere? I think we wanted to go to the... If I unplug my headphones, it will pause the stream. Os Hitomi! Konbanya! Genki desu ka? If you need to unplug your headphones, Hive, you could always count on us to not be saying anything really important at the time, so it's okay. Genki desu! Yosh! Sonara reshi. Honmani. Sugoku reshi. Were we? Where? I have no idea where we were supposed to go. It's called Genki. Genki mitai? Genki so? 今日の仕事はちょっとなあねちょっとなあ手羽ちょっとありがとうありがとう we should talk to the lady who tells us the secrets of where we're supposed to be going in the future, because she could probably help. Can I talk to you? Lady? I'm pressing up. I'm pressing up! Why do you not want to talk to me? Are? ちょっと待って。なんか... Right, okay, so the dog talks to us, but the lady doesn't? What the heck, dog? What up, dog? This game has made judgment. It has, indeed. Ashwat! Okay, we can go to Ashwat. Lady, you didn't help us at all. The dog helped us. I bet you feel pretty salty right now. You could have helped, and you withheld that help from us. Like some kind of, I don't know, blue-haired, purple-dressed lady. It seemingly so. Seemingly so. Ashwat, that is here. We've got like, there's just like so much. Today has been so much. Kind of like still working through and processing. There's a number of different axes on the timeline to go through. I didn't end up doing massive property damage to undeserving people's cars or my deserving mid-boss's face, which was, I mean, good-ish. I really don't want to hurt anybody, but my mid-boss kind of put me in a position that was, like, I could have hurt someone on accident, because my mid-boss doesn't know how to assign people to do roles that they are good at. And that really kind of put me out. I was really very unhappy about it. I don't like to screw up. 1. I don't want to hurt anyone. 2. I was put in this position where we were doing this relay. We were... You should play Disgaea 1 again, because it's pretty fun, to be honest. And there's like 12 million versions of it. We were relaying these boards up to the 3rd floor. They're really quite big, like more than twice as tall as me, if you set them on the ground. So, like, mid-boss is on the ground. He's passing the boards up to me. And the distance is enough that I've got to, like, grab from the very top of the board to pass it off. Like, you got kind of do that crab walk with your hands to get it up. And then the next guy above me is so far above me that I've actually got to crab walk all the way to the end of the board to get it up. I don't have a lot of upper body strength, and that's something that mid-boss knows. I've got leg strength. I don't have Lance Armstrong legs, but maybe I have Lance Hendrickson legs. He's a robot, so he's probably got some pretty good legs on him. I can carry things really well. I can't lift things really well. So it got like to... I did about like 4 or 5 of these boards, and I was just like... And thankfully my brain was smart enough to actually confront confrontation and say, like, look, I can't do this. I'm gonna drop one of these on a car, because there's like cars parked right below this, or on your face. And I don't like mid-boss very much, but I don't want to hurt him. And I just like, I don't... He doesn't know how to assign people to roles that actually suit their ability. And it screws things up really badly. Mid-boss is not a very good mid-boss. He's not cool like this guy at once mid-boss. He's... this company, because we've subbed for them before on the school. This company has got problems at the management level, and I really don't get it. Not loading game. Don't be goofy. We want to look at the world map because we don't know where we're going. Stuff that we haven't been here. Stuff that we haven't been up top. Lots of stuff over there. There's nothing that indicates story. No, it's absolutely suboptimal. Like, it's just really dumb. And there was, like, the thing is, there was a portion of this task that we were doing that required carrying things, which I'm really good at. He takes the guy who's like actually pretty strong upper body, has him carrying stuff, and then has me lifting stuff. It's like, why would you do that? Oh, the PtaER principle? That's way before Dilbert. PtaER principle's been around for a while, and it's absolutely a thing. And I wish it weren't, but like, so here's my thing. I'm in a job right now where if I fuck up or I can't do something, somebody else might get hurt. And that really bothers me a lot. Because I don't want somebody to get hurt on my account. Like, the idea of that really flips all of my triggers. So this mid-boss, not... I mean, he or this company, I don't know. There are issues here. There are other issues that are not as dangerous, but still issues. I was really, really angry. Like, most of the day. PPH totally has been a thing for a while. Yes. Absolutely yes. We are... Okay. Oh, shit. Where did Jew people come from? I was talking about management principles, and now you're just here? Flapping your tongues at me? Okay, we need to do neutral, straight. Neutral, straight. And by neutral, straight, I mean something completely different. So that was like a thing today. Holy crap, these things can punch. Oh, you just killed Rosmi. I do not accept your killing of Rosmi. Everybody is dead. We need to do very well here, so everybody can come back from the dead. I think we have. I need to remember the prompts, like when certain things are, I need to hit multiple times. Gambaru! Gambaru yo! Awesome! Haha! Dekichatta! We done did it. We killed those evil pig demons. What, done and killed all my party? My ladies? Yes! ほんまに yes でしょうね。Ah, there's nothing there. おめでとう。え？ちょっと、ん？あー、oh。なんかできるかな？あっちゃ！ No! くそ！くそ！ Yeah. Alright, so we fucked that up completely. So that's really good. I can't stop down. Please. Ajna. No, that's not that's not how that works. 出ました。どうやって？ No, don't go down. Why do you? I'm pressing up. Wait, maybe like you can only do one of those at a go? Fudge it. There were some other weird ass symbols that we could go to over to the left. I don't know why it's going down. Because it hates, not me specifically, but it just hates. I'm wondering if you can only use one movement technique at a go, like before you've actually landed on the ground. I feel like that could be a thing. Kuso! Chotto! Hi! And that would kind of make sense-ish. I mean, it'd be a giant pain in the butt. Makes sense. I think that's maybe what's going on. I feel like Kronos might have said something about that. No worries, Hive. This is, I mean, one thing that you get from teaching English as a second language for 15 years is that usually typos and stuff like that just get translated in the brain. Excuse me, but what are you? What is this thing? Okay, at least we can get through it. Also, I wonder where Kronos is. And I hope that he is very well. Oh, excuse me? You can't be summoning jerk faces. That is not cool. I fudged that up. Although we shouldn't at least be, like, actually hitting the dude in front. Oh my god! What is your gig? You are a jackass! What just happened? It was definitely, I mean, yeah, Ludo! Yosh, Ludo! I don't know how we killed that thing, but we totally did, so that works out. Did we... we got a ringtone. Ringtones are always nice. Wow. Where do they want me to go? Maybe... Okay, that's all blocked off. Like, maybe this bit here? Like the green bit with the red diamond? Or the brown bit with the red diamond? Because red diamonds are new abilities. So we're gonna go left, try to hop up, and then continue going left. Ahoy! Now, I have a pretty cool story that may or may not be a cool story for me, because legalities are weird, but I should share this now before I forget about it, because I do that a lot. Hold on a second, let me get to the Twitters. So, this is something that came up in my feed recently from Pink News. Title is, New York will allow trans kids to change legal gender after lawsuit from brave 14-year-old. And the basic breakdown of the story is that it looks like New York State is going to move in the direction of self-identified gender for folks, which is like just awesome, and regardless of how this affects me, is something that to be celebrated. They're not going to require medical affidavits of like continuing care in order to change the legal side of things. But like the one kind of weird thing is that where did this go? The happy quote. Attorney General, I don't want to screw this name up, Letitia James said, "Thanks to the brave determination of this young man," it was a transgender boy who brought this lawsuit, "New York State has made the right decision and changed its policy to allow minors to obtain birth certificates that accurately reflect their gender identity," which is awesome news. Continuing though, effective immediately, transgender individuals born in New York, there's our key sentence, will have the right to make this deeply personal decision without the government's unwarranted denial or without having their privacy violated. Okay, so like, that's super cool. Just all around, however it intersects with my life is awesome. There's kind of like 2 points in that story that, for me personally, kind of like question marks. One, it's very focused on young people as opposed to transgender people in general, so I don't know like if I'm under that blanket. 2, it specifies born in New York, which I was not. I lived in New York for a long time, but I wasn't born in New York. Rabbit! Yosh! I saw your tweet that you had like an 8-hour sleep, and that makes me really happy. I'm glad that you got some sleep in you. Now, the intersection to this article is that I finally heard back from the lawyer that I was talking about back in December, who my parents had recommended for like gender change, name change type stuff. I heard back from the lawyer, and I don't hold this against her because I emailed at a terrible time, and if my email got like kind of lost in the detritus, I understand 100%. But my mom went to talk to this lawyer because my mom is awesome. Like, really, really awesome. And reminded the lawyer that this email existed, so she emailed me back about, you know, kind of getting all this stuff changed. And the lawyer was like, I really want to help, and that is a thing that I do, but why do you think that you live in New York? Which is something that I had not really thought about, because in my mind, I assumed that if you were living out of country, that your legal kind of, for US purposes, residence would be like your last residence in the United States for things like voting and things like that, because like my passport uses the New York address, my driver's license is a New York driver's license, but the lawyer's like, it feels like from the lawyer's email, maybe not, and I never thought that maybe I'm not actually quote-unquote a resident of New York State. So that's why I'm a little bit, like, I'm super happy about that news, but I'm not sure if it affects me, but I really, really hope it affects me. So the lawyer's like, basically, email me back why you think you are a New York State resident, and we'll see if we can use that to, you know, like, do the stuff that you need to do. So I've got my toes crossed. I don't know if, like, all of this works out in my favor, but toes are crossed. Can't cross the fingers because I need those, but gotta go hang down laundry. I understand completely, Ludo. That happens to me quite often. Usually when I'm on Skype with my folks, which reminds me that I totally need to email my folks, because I can't do Skype this weekend, which kind of pisses me off, because like, we've got things we need to talk about, but there's this health check that I need to do, and that's a problem, because, sorry, burping, not actually burping, but kind of burping. I mean, it's on Sunday, and Sunday is a kind of important day for getting things done. We, like, this doesn't seem right. Is this right? I don't know. Like, I think this is the way to support Madeira. And I don't think we need to go to Port Madeira. What the fudge? The dog said that I needed to go to my hometown. Was the dog lying to me? I don't accept that. Okay, hint lady doesn't work. Namae teki na hanashi na. Namae teki na hanashi na. You wanted to go to Oshawa. Right, we need to go to Oshawa. We don't need to go to Port Madeira. That map was a library. And by which I mean it's a berry filled with lies? And that's not cool. At least we have the wind to make us go faster. This is not Oshawa. This is where we met. I want to say Torafina, but that is totally not her name. Torani. Why did I think Torafina? Like, where is that from? Chigao. Chaimas. We are lost without Kronos. I hope Kronos is well. I mean, I'm in kind of the spot. I mean, it's not a spot. It's just like, I don't know, pattern building, where I realize on one hand, and I do appreciate that people have lives, and those here who are usually here, it kind of makes me worry that maybe something has happened. Not like something has happened, like I've scared people away. I don't worry that that's the case, but more like I worry that maybe they were attacked by zombies, which is just a way for me to sugarcoat my worry that they've got actual problems that I should try to help with. Well, I'm glad that you're not too pressed. It's no problem. No, Hive, it's not a problem, because I know that you're here. And you don't have to be here. I mean, I appreciate it. But I don't want folks to feel like they have an obligation to be here. But just like when I don't see folks that are regulars, I start to worry. But that's just me, like that's like social anxiety and just general. Are we? What just happened? Oh, because we weren't in demon form. That makes me really happy, Hive. Like, yeah. That's really cool. We're gonna figure out... Oh shit, it's jackals. Jackals are the worst. We need to kill the jackals really quickly before they become more jackals. I appreciate your quotidian phrasing. I think Kronos is going okay. Like, I don't have any reason to believe that Kronos is not doing well. Drawn, yo! How you doing? It is a pleasure as always. The reason to believe is anxiety. Like, straight up. It's quite possible that I may be overprotective of the people who are important to me. But it's kind of my thing. I'm really glad to hear that, Ron. And thank you for joining. I know you're worried about like time and stuff, and by all means, take all the time to sleep that you need. I know that the streams are really weird hours for a lot of people. It is nice to know that we are just like beating the hell out of these hyena, because I remember they were a huge pain in the ass for us. I am being a mom friend. It is very much a thing for me. It's a good thing. It's important to... How to put... It's important to keep your own spoons, because you do have your own stuff to deal with. I mean, the you here is the general you, not just Strongborn. And sometimes it can be hard. It can be really hard that I want to do more than is maybe 100% necessary or useful. But I mean, the connections that we have are so important. Arigato, Hitomi. 優しすぎるよ、ほんまに。It's happy crying. Yep. I still have no idea, like, where we're supposed to be going in this game. Which is okay, but also kind of weird. Also, these doggos. Des! How you doing? Probably eating delicious lunch? That would be just like Des. Probably some 5-star, perfectly nutrient balanced meal. Wind. That's like that's a thing. I'm gonna be super amused, but not really amused if we spend this whole stream figuring out where the hell we're supposed to be going. No lunch yet, but there will be healthy food and a mixed salad or soup. Soup! Although I do love salads. Soup! I'm big on soups. God, these doggos! Really though? I need to be beach ready in May. I have a hard time believing that you are ever not beach ready. I'm just like... Your avatar photo looks... I just miffed the hell out of that. Good job. Your avatar photo looks very beach ready. If that's not out of line to say. Because it might be. I'm a bit little, 5'1". Ain't nothing wrong with that. Everyone I've ever dated has been 5'2". Also, probably has nothing to do with the first point, but my mom is also 5'2", so... Basically, that's normal. We are so lost. That photo is 10 years old. I see no problems with that. I have no doubts that you've kept your beach readiness. Okay, so did these things hurt us on touch? Because very similar things did, but these don't seem to be. Personally, I'm not beach ready. I've got like a little bit of belly. A little bit more of a belly than I would kind of like. I shall never be beach ready because I cannot abide by beaches. Gambaya! Gambaruts! I think it is like... This is one of the things I loved about Amami Oshima. I don't know how it is right now, because I heard that they had kind of like a big tourist boom build kind of thing going on there. But when I used to go down to Amami with Honey Bunny, and it's very countryside for being a tropical island. So, like, there are a lot of beaches that are just honestly empty. Like, completely empty. Like, nobody is there but you. And I loved just swimming. It felt really wonderful. But the idea of being on a beach with people really trips like all of my triggers. So I'm trying. After kids, a lot changes unless you're a celebrity with tons of money, a trainer, chef, assistants to control everything. I can dig that. I could dig that. I mean, I can't like specifically dig that, but I mean, I understand the mechanics. Also, wearing a Kirby body, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like I'm not built for round. I'm gonna give me like a minute here because I need to take a bit of a You are all wonderful people, and this has made my day completely, like 180 turnaround from earlier. So thank you, but I do need to take a really quick break because the bathroom is calling. I'm gonna wash my hands because I do. That's a thing I do. But what kind of Pokemon are you? I don't know. Maybe like I love Oddish, but I've also got a deep fondness for Gengar. Kronos! You are here and healthy! I hope you're healthy. But you came like right when I'm going. I gotta go to the bathroom. Sumimasen. Oh, we are back. Missy? Is Missy here? Missy is really, really cool. Os, arigasama. And Kronos, we're like so glad that you're here because we're completely lost. I thought we were supposed to go to Ashwat, and then we ended up like down here. Missy Hi-Fi. Missy Hi-Fi is a creator in LBP. See if I can find her. I don't remember if she's got any like dealy bobbers in her name. Oh, yep, here she is. She's a really cool creator. And is a friend of Hitomi's. Yes, hi. That is where the Okairi comes in. The streams are 5 a.m. for me now, so it'll be a bit tough to tune in. Kronos, don't worry about it. I forgot completely about the daylight savings time. It's not your fault at all. I'm just glad that you're okay, because I was kind of worried, because that's what I do. Where? Like, we're in this pit. I don't think we're supposed to be in this pit. Hitomi knows everyone. Hitomi knows an awful lot of people in the LBP community. Because she is both cool and gregarious. I myself may or may not be cool, but not particularly gregarious. And to me, gregarious reads like it should mean, but it does not mean. Similar to Greg. I've known a few Gregs. Some of them have been pretty good people. Some of them, not so much. Yeah, I fucked up. Kronos, honestly. I couldn't remember where we were supposed to be, but I talked to the dog, and the dog said go to your hometown, and I went to my hometown, and then I got lost. Gregarious reads like a fusion of Greg and my username. That is true. That's because, oh, the dog wants to do the side mission. Because the dog is a dog. And doesn't understand our true purpose. The dog just wants to know dog's purpose. I tried to talk to the fortune-telling mama, and it just brought up the map. And that's not good. Because that was my first idea. I remembered you saying that the fortune-telling mama will, like, let us know what's what and who's who. A dog's purpose. I mean, ultimately a dog's purpose is love, but also the dog's purpose is finding out its own purpose, and I support that. We're now cursed. We might be. Inu kateru nda ne. I know it's a movie title. For once, I actually got the joke. I have had dogs in the past. I'm not really a dog girl, but I do appreciate the love that dogs bring to people. Gregorian singing is nice. I can't pull it off myself. Some dog movie knowledge. I mean, like, most of it is wrapped up in Cujo, which is pretty brutal, but you know. Although the book Cujo is, like, way more brutal than the movie Cujo, and that's saying a lot. Now if we want to teleport, we've got to go to the Tower of Resonance. If you have nothing you want to resolve, head to the tower and warp. Yes. I love my cats and I like dogs too. I do like dogs. I don't think that I could keep a dog, personally, because they do require a lot of attention. More attention than I think I could give. But I do have a soft spot for dogs. Cats, though, I love cats. Snakes? If I could get a snake, because snakes are just wonderful. Keep heading left. You literally cannot miss the tower unless you're not paying attention. I mean, often. Although there's our tower. 70% Cujo lore, 30% hate from Paw Patrol. I do love snakes, though. Dogs are a poor choice for cohabiting with me. Hey, you're not allowed up there. Hey, screw you. I'll go wherever I want. 'Cause I'm part God. Ashwat is the dog story. Do all dogs really go to heaven? I'm not so sure. Like, Burt Reynolds would probably say no. Sumeru is long. And by long, I mean lawn. Tiny snakes are good. Tiny snakes are wonderful. Big ass snakes are also wonderful. I had a chance to buy a beautiful, beautiful pink coral snake for, it was about 20,000 yen, which is not an unaffordable amount, or it wasn't an unaffordable amount at that time, but I was really worried about being able to afford the long-term care for the snake, so I passed up on this chance, and that is a regret. It's definitely a regret, because it was a gorgeous, gorgeous snake. Magic arrow teleport, right, because there's a freaking Fern Gully bat. How did I not notice the Fern Gully bat? Fern Gully bat. We teleport to you. Wait, hold on a second. What did I miss?ちょっと待って。このトイレで You... Oh, really? Was it a cute snake? Kitane. Don Bluth movies are really, honestly, too brutal for kids. Alright, we gotta go this way. Also, he told me that is awesome. And by awesome, I mean, honestly, just really awesome. Too real, Ludo? この時見たわい。あー、最近のことじゃなくて。I do love snakes though. They are so friendly. I mean, I understand that it's just they like human body warmth. But if you break something with heavy dash, you can use it again in midair. I feel like you've told us this before. It was for me and my cousin, so he came along surprised he understood the movie after he was so upset. Would not stop crying for ages as the dog went to heaven. That's sweet, but also terrifyingly sad. You don't need Sokka. Hai. Oboyoutou suru. Isn't there a demon at some point in that movie? It's been ages, but I'm fairly certain there is. Oh my god, My Little Toaster? Yeah, so My Little Toaster is totally a thing. And Pam from the, roughly 15 minutes Fred. Hi, I can talk. The character of Pam from roughly 50 Minutes Fresh was meant to be an antidote for My Little Toaster as kind of a joke, and then she became an actual full character. But when I was doing the segment that Pam showed up in, for some reason I was thinking about that movie a lot and how much it completely depressed me. And I decided to make a toaster that was the strongest swordswoman in the galaxy, so that she would have no fear. And that character became Pam. And Pam took a long time to figure out who she was as a character, but I really ended up liking her by the end of the series. I kind of wish we had spent more time with her, but there was a lot going on. Brave Little Toaster is like a whole thing. If you can help it, do not go inside Sumeru. That's the long way around. Gotcha. Game Shinko. Hold on a second here. Ah, this font is too small. I don't know Flight of the Dragons. I feel like I should. I'm getting progressively more pissed because I wasn't here. No! Kronos, please don't. It's not a thing at all. Flight of the Dragons seems like a... Yeah, iyo yo. Hitomi-san, zetai iyo. Hi. We're trying to cheat. Oh, wait, there's a... Right! Fancy pants! I didn't even see the green bits. Oh, ring cells! They're not ring pops, but they're still pretty cool. I got nightmares from watching Pingu as a kid. So nothing was saving my baby brain. I mean, that's fair. Pingu is... My first experience with Pingu was the Pingu Thingu parody. So I could see how that could be like a bit of an issue. I also have regular air dash, and I should totally remember that. And we can chain the air dash with the heavy dash. Oh, that was a miss. I didn't get nightmares from Jurassic Park. I did get nightmares from Hellraiser. But that was because my first experience with Hellraiser was a radio commercial. Hello, yes, we're that old. I was listening to Dr. Demento as a young child, and they had a commercial for Hellraiser on Dr. Demento, and it really kind of fucked my shit up. I never had nightmares from Jurassic Park because I was on the side of the dinos. Pogo stick! Pogo stick, right. Trying a square. Hi. There's always like... Oh, you... Really, though? Is that how you're gonna do it? I was 5 when Jurassic Park came out. I mean, that's fair. I was 8 when Aliens came out, and I watched it 12 times in the theater, but I could see how Jurassic Park might kind of give you an issue. No, that's rude. That's shitty of me to say. I do apologize. Although, I mean, that is the truth. Oh, you... Why? No! No! No, 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 no! I was 5 when I watched it, and I loved Jurassic Park, but my brain really was biased to dinosaurs. I mean, how could you not be? Okay. Stab in. We can't get back up there, can we? Oh, we can! We totally can! For heavy dash, you can use each direction once. Gotcha. Okay. No, 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 I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I wanted to axe. No. Okay. Jump. Stab. Gotcha. I've also said that I don't do horror well, even though I watch many horror movies as I do. Arara! How many arara? You don't even need that thing to cross, just use all your dashes up there. Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna put that to there, but also put us to there. Dash up, land, dash up. Oh my god! Kronos, you are genius! Now I assume we don't want to go down, we want to go up. Oh, come on! We totes had that! And by totes had that, I mean, like, we didn't really know what we were doing, so that's the whole thing. Oh, way more than enough space. Like, so much wiggle room. I feel like I'm wearing a muumuu because of the wiggle room. It just, I mean, it doesn't work. I gotta workshop that one. Kind of wish horror movies still spooked me more. Feels like I'm just judging the execution when watching one nowadays. I think that's like, I mean, I how you personally resonate with horror, but also the fact that like the world is horror. Oh, that sucks. Right at the moment, so that's maybe gonna fudge things up a little bit. I mean, myself personally, I really like horror because I think horror is one of the few extant urban fantasy genres. And I love urban fantasy. I love things that take a modern setting and apply fantasy rule sets and logic to that setting. It's a big reason why I absolutely adore and will not get rid of my Unknown Armies books. And even though I run hot and cold on Neil Gaiman, American Gods and Neverwhere will always have a pretty special place in my heart because they really nail that feeling. And I think a lot of horror, I mean, fantastic horror, not like slasher. Well, I mean, even slasher horror to some extent, but not like thriller horror. It really nails that feeling for me. And so I don't go into a lot of horror with the feeling of being scared. I go into a lot of horror with the feeling of wanting to see this world building that's going on in the background of the movie or the book or whatever it is that I'm engaging with. I don't know if that's odd or not, but that's usually how I go for it. I think partially because like a lot of what scares me is often not present in horror as a genre. Like degenerative diseases, particularly degenerative diseases that affect neurology, scare the living shit out of me. Like actually make me feel something on a visceral level. But I don't really like see a lot of that in horror. So that's probably part of it. That's why I like horror movies, right? But the sensory stuff gets to me. That's fair enough. Neurological body horror. I did, like, I've read a couple of those recently from Stolze, who we mentioned at the beginning of the stream. In his short story book, The Sky is Full of Ghosts, he's got a, I would say, like a much better take on Stephen King's, what the hell was the story's name? Oh god, I know I just talked about this recently too. The one where the mad scientists give everybody Alzheimer's and it sucks. It was in Nightmares and Dreamscapes, I think. But I think Stolze's version of that story is actually much better. It's much more disturbing. Mostly because the main character is just like a schlub. And the main character's focus is taking care of people who have been affected by this disease. And not like the King story's focus of the main character trying to explain an excuse why he caused this disease? You mentioned Skies Full of Ghosts last stream. I know this because I was playing Halo Reach at the time. The end... Ah, yes! The Stephen King story is the end of the whole mess. And it's... I mean, it's not a bad story. But, like, I think the change in focus does a lot to the story. Somebody who's kind of like dealing with this without understanding what's going on versus somebody who's dealing with this because they created the problem. But yeah, that one really kind of bothered me because it's very much in my wheelhouse of this stuff actually is something that I kind of low-key worry about. It didn't help that the name of the disease in the story was Algeron syndrome from Flowers of Algeron, which I think is probably one of the scariest books that I've read for completely personal reasons. I have not seen Get Out. There are reasons for that.
Where it all started.
Where Kala was let loose.
We'll come back to that. Mostly because I feel like, and this is not a dig against the movie. In fact, this is like praise for the movie, but from a lot of what I've read of Get Out, I feel like it has things to say with all capital letters there. And I, right now, don't feel like I have the spoons to deal with it. Because I feel like the whole world has things to say right at the moment. So, like, I want to dig in to Get Out. But I just, every time I sit down with it, I feel like I can't deal with it. Get Out is, it's a horror movie from not too long ago. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. And the director went on to make Us, which I love as a horror movie, and I do want to watch again. But I kind of have the feeling like Get Out is a little bit too close to home for me to engage with well. Good balance of humor and scares. Kawaii ga desu. I have to watch it one of these days. I have to watch it before I get rid of Netflix, which is something I kind of need to do. Because I haven't yet. And I never watch Netflix anymore. Shit. I think we fudged that. Oh, I guess like we didn't? Cool. I wish I had the time to actually sit down with Netflix, because there's a lot of stuff that I really want to watch, but just I have no brain for it right now. Pogo stick, monkey bars, pogo stick from the ceiling. So I'm not saying much. My throat is really bad right now. It's sorry, my mood. Kronos, do not worry, honestly. And if you need to bop out early, that's 100% okay. Don't feel like you gotta stick around for our account. Oh, crumbs. I never had Netflix in the first place. I... Do we not have blocks anymore? I don't remember why I picked up Netflix, just that it was a thing that I did. Fudge! Alright, we... Oh, crumbs! No! You jerks! I like that there are iframes on the spikes. You know, it's like, it's least effective when it's straight horror. When it's dipping into the uncanny and social tensions, it gets skin crawling. And that's, like, that's what I've heard about it. And, like, for me, I don't know if I can deal with that. I'm back and I went fancy pants with my lunch. Wasn't digging this super salad. Oh no. I mean, I hope that you had something that gets you in the mind space of beach ready. Because I remember that that is the final goal of these lunches that you're having. Usually my final goal of lunches that I'm having is to not pass out in the middle of my shift. But, you know, I could see having sub-goals. Oh, crumbs. I got Netflix because at the time it was convenient and cheap. It's not so much more. Like, my Netflix isn't that expensive, to be honest. It's about, well, it's 1,800 yen, which is, I mean, it's under 20 bucks. But because I'm not using it, it's hard to justify. Bomb slash. Oh my god, Des, that sounds so good. I've been having like halfway decent J-side curry recently for lunches. And it's not, I mean, it's good-ish. It doesn't fill me with joy, but that's just because I make better curry. What?
Didn't expect that, did you?
I didn't expect that at all. This is way better than the plan I've got for dinner tonight. Kamaro! Arigato, Hitomi! Gambarunz! Dekiru dake. I do have, like, real curry waiting for me tonight, and that makes me very pleased. But it has to wait until after the stream. Pogo! The feeling I've subscribed to 4 different streaming services for anime and stuff, miss out on a ton of stuff because for some reason New Zealand, they're just bastards. You can't trust them. I mean, they call themselves Kiwis. They're very large flightless birds that will totally mess your stuff up. You can't trust that. Boycotting anime seems like not a bad idea. The weebs make it very difficult. What is with this attack? Kronos, do we get this all the time? Kakapos? Is that... I mean... Look, I don't want to show my ignorance. That's not true. I'm more than happy to show my ignorance at almost any time, because I'm dumb. But... Are... Kakapos... Is that like a real thing? It's not like a snack or something? I'm gonna pause up here for just a moment. We'll undig our kakapos, and I'm just gonna go have a quick smoke. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, and we're back. I'm a New Zealand citizen, so surely I get New Zealand... Oh, I missed that. Hold on a second here. Surely I get New Zealand anime? Now that's how it works? I mean, I think so. Also, I didn't... Hi, are you... I thought you were... And this might just be dumb and forgetful. I thought you were Aussie. Kanji dayo. Tadaima! When you release an animal that the narrative ecosystem cannot account for, you think like kakapos Hunted to near extinction. Well, I mean, if they are vicious parrots, then I could kind of see how that happens. I mean, nobody likes parrots. Oh, hold on a second. There is a ring cell up there. We must have it. Where... Kronos, have we gone off the track? I really do, like, low-key wonder what's going on with Cult Master Monocle. Because we haven't seen him for a while now. If you're going up, you're going the right way. Okay. Oh, shit. Don't do that. Pogo stick. I think Sumeto gets pretty linear from here on. Fair enough. Monkey bars! That reminds me, and I gotta put something into stream, although I think everybody probably knows already. Crumbs! Crumbs! I should probably do that right now. So where? Go back to Bombbird. So, this is kind of spoilers for next, Little Bite-Sized Planet, but I did play Bombbird's new level, and it's really, really good. And Bombbird in general is an excellent creator. So any of y'all that are doing LBP who somehow don't know about Bombbird, definitely check. Hi, I don't want to burp because it's gross, but definitely check out Bombbird's levels because they're really, really good. Car gets stuck in on the way to the Penguin. Albatross Reserve. 1 RD in, 1 RD out. I have no idea what that means, but good luck with your Albatross. Well, don't worry about it, Kronos. It's not a big deal. I need to deal with this hiccup that's in my throat. Give me 1 second. Oh God. Just out. Hiccup. Get out. I don't know if that worked, and I kind of doubt it, but, you know. Daijoubu desu. I forget the Japanese word for hiccup. I knew this at one time, but it's completely gone from me now. What's up here? Maybe nothing? We held up a boat in Milford Sound. Like, when you say you held up a boat, do you mean like you robbed it? because that would be awesome, and I would totes respect that. I am a big fan of robbery. What is going on here? Okay. I recommend the penguins too. Now we got stuck in severe weather and on the mountains and the cliff. Oh, the boat is waiting for you. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm slightly disappointed. I thought this was like a Dick Turpin type of thing. So I get the feeling Wellington is the only place in New Zealand I can survive. Everywhere else I have lived, I got daily migraines. Holy Christ. Also, I should probably pay more attention to the actual game. I mean, I don't want to not pay attention to chat, but I have no idea what's going on right now. And everybody's dead?
Now you've done it.
No! Stop targeting the wrong person, you dork. Oh, dead. I also kind of don't like New Zealand, but that's just me. Fair enough. We've got, like... This dork is off the screen, and we can't do anything to the door until it comes back on the stream. Hello, dork. Could we interact with you at any time now? What? He's invisible! It's not fair! We can't fight an invisible monster! I don't know when I've saved last. Compound is like, she totally just took off someplace. We're kind of getting through the fight, but I don't know how. And we can't build Edie because... What?
Bring it on.
Okay, it's dead. It's dead. That's all that matters.
Looks like I stole your gold and your
Ah! Aiko, Hitomi, Ariya-sama. Homani, konya, 優しい目見てね。I wouldn't like living on colonized land either, but it's Swiss peeps stuck too. That's fair. I find they respect natives more than Australia does to theirs. Although, if we're gonna be like completely obvious, not obvious, completely negative. I mean, Australia is like a pretty. They're pretty bad at respecting the natives, is the thing.
Hey!
Magic arrow? To what? Oh. Eh? Well, they asked the Maori to bless openings of buildings and land, etc. But why can't I? The hell? Alright, I got an idea of excuse me?
Strike before they do.
What is with this dude? Isn't you early 90s mid-boss? Also, how do you lock down Rosmi like this? This is uncalled for and uncouth. Told me it's celebrating the pillaging of the land and natives, so it doesn't agree with it. I mean, yeah. It's kind of like US Thanksgiving. It's one of those holidays that sounds nice on the face, but maybe not so much in the reality. Or Columbus Day. Although I kind of feel like, and this is just me, I don't have any research to back this up, but I kind of feel like the Columbus Day was a bit of a gimme to the Italians. Well, the Italian Americans, in the kind of press to whitenize groups that were not previously considered white. Because I don't think Columbus Day was like a thing for a lot of US history. Oh, fudge. Oh, darn it. I don't like how many native... I don't like how many native Indians in the US were placed on trailer reserves. I mean, like and this is, I'll just be honest, this is a much bigger topic than I have the information to deal with. But the way the US government has dealt with Aboriginal peoples throughout its history has been absolutely garbage. I mean, that's not even something that is controversial. That's basic knowledge. And the way life is handled and the way resources are handled for Indian reservations, or what resources have been given to Indian reservations, has been astoundingly bad. Where, for the most part, at least to the extent that my knowledge ends, which is 90s, because that's when I was living in the States, like, the biggest way for Indian reservations to generate income was through gambling, because of the way that gambling laws interacted with reservation laws. It's not been good. I mean, some people get rich. Some people, like, at the top of the ladder get rich, but most of the folks don't see a lot of benefit from those situations. And, like, the health conditions on Indian reservations, or Aboriginal reservations in the US, are, particularly in regards to, like, alcoholism and alcohol-related diseases, is really, really bad. There's a whole lot going on in the US with our own dealing with First Nations folks, and our, like, terrible misdealing with First Nation folks. I don't know what happened there. So, yeah. It's something that I want to know more about, and I want to know more about, at times, it's kind of a hard thing, but, like, there's times I want to know more about my own background and how that intersects with all of that, and there's times when I realize the amount of work it would be to track down, like, my biological parents, and navigating that social situation, and then digging from there into First Nation stuff that I just don't and have never had the spoons for it. Especially because my parents, adoptive, have been like my parents my whole life, so there's a whole other layer of weirdness going on with that. Hi, sleep well. Jesus, I missed you going. I hope that you have a really good day, and that, yeah, basically that. Thank you so much for showing up tonight. When drinking alcohol, erotic, be careful. I will be careful. And it's not like, it's not an oh wow big type of thing. Like, it's something I've kind of had in the back of my mind for a long time. But it is what it is. Nande ero. Nande. Cutie ero. Ero no hanashi wa zenzen shinai人. エロはエロ違うよ。Alright, we gotta get Hora! We gotta get through these spikes, and we did that, so that's good. Nande? Let's save. Let's be good and save. Home. Now, where are we going exactly? 声が全然なんで声がエロ 変よ。なんで漁師の話をしてるときにエロチ。Your Japanese is so good. You could be swearing and saying all sorts of bad things that I wouldn't know. It's not. There is a good chance that I am swearing, but more just because I don't know better ways to say things. I like the gameplay mechanic in concept, but it is a real pain to navigate. Okay, so we wanna do a dash up and not touch anything. Shit. They are? I only know the anime swears. Like, that's the thing, is that how to put this? I'm not, like, really an angry person. I mean, I am, but a lot of times I'm not. And when I'm with friends, I don't really talk in a lot of, like, negative language, I guess you'd say. And when I'm at work, I tend to be really, really quiet. So I never learned the robust swearing that I have in English, which most of the times is not a big problem. But sometimes, like, I really want to just, like, swear in Japanese, and I honestly don't know how to do that. Hitomi. なんでエロ声証拠のよ。でも、姉ちゃんのことを認めて、なんかすごく嬉しい。What am I doing? Oh, Pogo Stick! I finished Tiny Tina 2 Borderlands last night, and it's amazing. I think Tiny Tina 2... I don't know why I put the 2 there. I think the Tiny Tina Borderlands DLC is definitely the best of the set. Oh god. Please stop. It's got a lot to say, and it says it, for the most part, really well. I think, like, gameplay-wise, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But story-wise, it's really, really good. One of the characters is called Butt Stallion. Butt Stallion, for better or for worse, is from the original Borderlands 2, like non-DC, because Handsome Jack is an asshole and decides to name his horse Butt Stallion just to mock you. I was sadly over-leveled real bad when I got the B2 DLC, so it was unplayable in single player for me. Huh? Okay, I could dig that. I'm kind of on the opposite side. I tend to be really under-leveled when I do stuff in Borderlands. So I ended up struggling, especially with the last boss. I ended up struggling a lot more. That's not what we want to do. Oh, the enemies are way too hard. Interesting. One of the things that I find interesting about the Borderlands 2 in particular is that, damn it, we can't get up there. It's known as such a meme game, but when I first played Borderlands, I had no idea of any of the memes, so it all just seemed like funny original humor to me. God bless it. It's definitely like an issue that I can... Why do we keep on taking the most difficult way to get through? Because we're dumb? Like, honestly, I swear, every obstacle that we've dealt with recently, like in this session, we've tried to do way more difficultly than we needed to. There's always some, like, stupid way, like, oh, just dash twice. Or, oh, just pogo stick. I didn't notice that shit. There have been a sizable amount of why moments in the stream. It's been... Kronos, like... Let me tell you, it's been a whole day. You missed the beginning part of the stream when we talked about, like, how fucked up today has been. I didn't even talk about the fact that, like, just getting ragged on for having too soft a voice. Even though it was completely and 100% understandable why it happened. Like, it still kind of sucked and left me all sorts of... Yeah, it was like, today was bad. Are you able to give the short form 8 minutes version of that? Okay, yes. We're on the scaffolding. Scaffolding is 6 stories tall. We are passing boards down, like, over the edge of the scaffolding. So, like, every 2 floors of scaffolding, you've got, like, one person. And you're passing these boards down hand over hand to one person, and they pass them down to the next person, and you're supposed to, like, shout when you have a board in your hand so the person above you can know that it's okay to let go of the board so they don't drop the board onto somebody's head and kill them. Because probably, yeah, these boards are really heavy, they're straight, they fall with momentum. I thought I was being loud. Like, I honestly thought, like, when the dude above me is yelling, I'm gonna let go of this now, and I'm yelling back, hi! And I thought, like, I was projecting my voice. I was being as loud as I thought I could be. And, like, midway through, this guy is like, why the fuck are you not answering me when I ask you if you have the board? I'm like, I am. I'm shouting out to you. I'm telling you that I've got the board in my hands. He's like, I can't hear you. And so, like, I got this huge lecture. It was not necessarily from their perspective, and I won't hold this against them. From their perspective, it was not an out of the place lecture to give, because fucking up in this situation could get somebody really hurt. At best. But it was like this real weird bit of, I don't know how I'm interacting with the world, because I think I'm being loud. Like, I'm shouting. And they still can't hear me. So, yeah, it was like a whole thing. That was one part of our day. We will all protect our adorable support. Tron! I'm just trying to do right. I just don't want to screw up. I don't want to screw up by any of you either. It is almost 2 hours though, which means it's probably gonna... we're gonna have to wrap this up. Japanese construction techniques sound very different from what we do here. I guess they do board stuff with pallets and crane here. Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scaffolding work that's like just straight up lifting stuff to people. Like the next floor up on the scaffold. And it's... like, I respect the folks that do this for what they do. A lot of the people that I've dealt with honestly have been kind of assholes. But, like, the physicality of what they're doing, and for some of these folks, like scaffolders, like straight up scaffolders, they do this shit all day. They are just lifting. Like, this was easy mode for me, in a way, because it was just wooden boards. Some of these folks, like, they're lifting up these, like, arch structures for the actual scaffolds, like metal arching for the scaffolds, like, straight up, just lifting them all day to the next person in the line. I look at that on a physical aspect, and I don't grok it, because my body's not built that way. The focus of my movement in life so far has mostly been leg based, because I love walking and I love riding my bicycle. I don't do lifting. So for these folks to be able to do this and just like do it blows my mind. But like, when my boss puts me in these positions to do this thing and I really can't, like, it was lucky that we were passing the boards down, because I would not have been able to pass the boards up for the amount of time that we were doing it. It's like, it's all a thing. It feels dangerous. Like, honest to God, Ludo, it does. And like, people... like, safety techniques. People are wearing fucking sneakers. Like, not steel toes. They're wearing just like Chuck Tees. I don't know. It's all a thing. You're absolutely right, Dron. Like, yeah, Ludo, it's the thing. The thing that worries me, Dron, is that, like, in my position where I'm at now, most of the time it's not like a problem. But screw-ups that could happen on my job site could end up being actual injuries. Like, actual injuries. Or possibly death. And that's not overstating the case. And I just don't want to get anybody hurt. And I don't like to be put in the position where I feel like I might get somebody hurt because I'm not physically capable of doing what they're asking me to do. So I will, Des. I will. And I'm actually wrapping up right now as well. It was a bit of a heavier stream than I expected it to be. Folks, but honest to God, like, thank you so much. I always say at the end of streams, and I always mean it. And that's not always, I mean, I know like a lot of folks do like fake sincerity. And even pointing that out probably sounds like it's like, oh, she's going for the real sincerity play by calling out fake sincerity. But like, honest to God, it helps like so much. Y'all, it helps. So I'm gonna sign off now. I'm gonna try to get this uploaded. I'm gonna get some food into me because I ain't eaten yet because it's a Wednesday. I love you lot. I do. But for me, Disco here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.